What's up, you guys? It's me again, Peter Paul Aquino, and I would like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel, People's TV. And ngayon, ating tatalakayin o ibibigay ko sa inyo ang aking top 10 most favorite OPM band of all time. So, ngayon, papakita po talaga natin na tayo po ay Pinoy talaga. Alright, so, bago po tayo magsimula ay akin lang pong lilinawin na ito po ay isang listahan ng mga OPM na banda kung saan uh, uh, irarank po natin mula 10 hanggang 1 ang pinaka-paborito ko po. So, hindi po ito isang top 10 ng pinakamagaling, pinakasikat o pinaka well-known na banda sa buong kasaysayan ng OPM, but rather it's the top 10 of the bands, OPM bands that I really like and enjoy listening to. Okay, so now na medyo naklaro na po natin yon, let's go ahead into my top 10 OPM bands of all time. Alright, so starting off with my top 10, I have Hail. You all know Hail, or we all know Hail with their songs like The Day You Said Goodnight, Leap of Faith, and Shooting Stars. So, isa po itong banda na hindi po siguro masyadong kilala ng masa, but their most famous song is The Day You Said Goodnight, which some of their songs are really striking for me, and their songwriting are really top notch, diba? So I know Champ Louis Pio, that's the vocalist, he really writes a lot of these lyrics on his own, of course with the help of his bandmates. So Leap of Faith, something that I used to listen to when I was still in high school, so it's really good, as well as Shooting Star. So most of their songs have that senti vibes, but still they carry good meaning to their songs as well, diba? So that's why I really like Hail as a whole. Okay, so going into my top 9, we have Kamikasi. Alright, so Jay Contreras, their frontman, is one of, if not the most entertaining na frontman o vocalist na OPM band, 'di ba? Sa kasaysayan. So, for me, they're actually one of the few bands that I've actually watched live dito po sa aming lugar, dito po sa Mindanao, sa Oroqueta. And I've been fortunate enough to watch them live and enjoy their music firsthand. So, hindi po second hand na hanggang YouTube na lang or hanggang sa cellphone na lang pinakikinggan. But I've actually had the chance to listen to them live, and of course, seeing their frontman or the whole band as a whole perform is really entertaining, even more sa live po. So my favorite songs from them are totally yung mga medyo bago nilang kanta, yung Tagpuan, Huling Sayaw, at Halik. So that's my number 9. And going forward, we have for my number 8, we have Parokya ni Edgar. And as I said, ito po ay hindi ranking ng mga pinakamagaling o pinakasikat o pinaka-successful po na mga banda, but ito po ay isang ranking ng aking personal preferences. So for me, although I really like Parokya ni Edgar, some of the bands, OPM bands that we have here in the country are better suited or much suited sa taste ko po sa music. But nevertheless, Parokya ni Edgar is still there in my top 10. They are in top 8. Okay? So, yan. My favorite songs from them is itong Your Song, one of their more mellow songs that they have. Hindi po siya masyado ring sikat, but still I really enjoy those types of songs nga na hindi po siya mainstream, but still it gives you more in the lyrics side of things, di ba? Mas heartfelt. Ito rin pong Bagsakan. Personally, I really like that song, Bagsakan. And also, Alumni Homecoming. There's actually a lot of songs that they have which are ingrained sa mga batang 90s o yung mga early 2000s po na mga bata na nahuhumaling po sa music na OPM. So, Parokya ni Edgar really puts their stamp into our generation, and they continue to do so even up to this state, right? But still, there's just in my top 8, meaning there are a few more bands that I like better than how I like Parokya ni Edgar. And one of those are Eraserheads. Okay, so as I mentioned, uulit-ulitin ko po ito sa whole duration ng video na ito, na hindi po ito ay isang video na nagra-rank ng pinakamagaling, pinaka-successful o pinakasikat, but rather it's based on my own preferences. Alright, so Eraserheads is arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest bands, OPM bands in the history of OPM. So, grabe po, medyo grabe po talaga ang kanilang music na naka-impluwensya po sa mga siguro mas ahead pa sa aking time. So, that's exactly why siguro na reason, that's why they're not higher on this list, because hindi po sila yung nakalakihan ko. Okay, so I've actually just heard their music or their music nang hindi na po ito masyadong sikat. Ganon. Pero still, I really like listening to their music a lot. Although when I started listening to them, medyo sa tingin ko nag-disband na sila that time. But still, their music lives on up until this day. Even having it used to a lot of movies, di ba? At actually, marami pong nagka-cover ng mga kanta nila. And actually, their songs are one of my hindi yung songs nila na With a Smile tsaka yung Huling Il Bimbo are one of the first songs that I memorized from top to end. So I really like those songs. They're just like good vibes for me. With a Smile at Huling Il Bimbo. So that's it. I have my top 7 Eraserheads. And also right now on my top 6, so uulitin ko ulit, baka may magsabi na ano ka ba, ang pangit naman ng taste ng music mo, mas magaling pa para sa iyo yung Sponge Cola kaysa sa Eraserheads, when in all actuality, no, mas magaling naman talaga yung Eraserheads in most cases. But personally, my own preference, I would lean towards Sponge Cola than I lean more towards Eraserheads, kasi po sabi ko nga, meron po tayong time difference, medyo mas nakalakihan ko po tong Sponge Cola kumpara sa Eraserheads. So kaya I would put Yael Yuzon and the band of Sponge Cola here at top 6, just slightly ahead of Eraserheads. So ayun, my favorite songs of them are actually not their biggest songs still, 'di ba? I have their Jeepney, Gemini, at Kay Tagal Kitang Hinintay. Actually, the songwriting is really good in these songs, and I can really smell the youthful vibes in these songs at pagkaka-arrange. So I really like Sponge Cola as a whole. So, marami rin po silang mga kanta na inilabas na hindi ko na po nalagay dito, pero these are my top 3 songs that I really like from Sponge Cola: Jeepney, Gemini, Kay Tagal Kitang Hinintay. And number 5, this is actually my dark horse, or something na hindi siguro na ini-expect ng karamihan to be here on my top 10 OPM bands of all time, but I really like Urban Dub. Okay, so this is actually, if I believe, the only Cebuano band that made it into my top 10. But although they are Cebuano, grabe, English po lahat ng halos lahat ng kanilang mga kanta. So you can never distinguish them as Cebuano people because they actually sound foreign. So that's why I really enjoy listening to Urban Dub back when I was still a youngster. So There are more popular songs that they had: When the Fight Is Over, A Call to Arms, and Evidence. So back in the days when I used to listen to a lot of rock songs to like get my frustrations and so-called anger out of my body. So I just listen to these songs, or to the songs of urban dub as a whole, to get to feel better of some sort. But still, uh, although I've grown, I still enjoy their music somehow, in some way. Although hindi ko na po masyadong siguro nag-agree sa ibang lyrics nila, but still they were part of my childhood or my growing days as a music loving person, di ba? So yun po. And my top 4, another one of those unexpected ones, are the Up Dharma Down. Kung hindi nyo po ini-expect yung urban dub, alam kong lalong hindi nyo po ini-expect ang Up Dharma Down. So again, actually, along with Kamikasi and Parokya ni Edgar, this is actually the next band that I've watched live. So I've had the privilege of watching. I actually also shared a picture with Mom Army, so the lead vocalist of Up Dharma Down. So although most of their songs are not really out there, or not really as popular as some of the songs of the previous artists, but there's really one song that I really like. It could be my most favorite song or OPM song of all time that came from Up Dharma Down, which is Oo. Alright, so I've learned that in the guitar, and I've never stopped singing that when I'm alone or with friends. Oo, I really like that song. And some of their most underrated songs are Sana and Tadhana. Actually, Tadhana gained some popularity due to its connection or ties with a movie. I forgot what the title of the movie was, but it was the OST, if I'm not mistaken. So I really like Up Dharma Down. They're low key one of the greatest OPM bands in my opinion. All right, so they're just underrated for me. They're all talented, and the lighting of the songs are really intelligent in my own opinion. And of course, the talent is there. The musicality and the voice of Miss Army is really really amazing. So that's why I really like Up Dharma Down. And number 3. All right, so for me, I guess they are the only newbies here in my top 10. So sa lahat ng mga um, bago na mga banda ngayon, this is the only band who stood out the most for me, that I could say they're really part of my top 10, which is Ben and Ben. Alright, so this band, the first time I heard from them is from their song Katang Isip, and it really like blew my mind how amazing their songwriting was, and it just got better from there. They released Leaves, Pagtingin, and Maybe the Night, so on and so forth. They've done hit after hit, and I really like their songwriting. There's a unique balance. Napaka-fascinating po para talaga sa akin tong Ben and Ben. That's why I really like them, and I put them here in my top 3. So I don't know where they're headed, but I know that it's just going uphill from now. So I really like Ben and Ben. Yun lang po talaga masasabi ko. And next, my second most favorite OPM band of all time is Silent Sanctuary. So although some may disagree, or some of their songs are actually medyo cheesy per se, and some would really argue na mas magaling po yung Ben and Ben kaysa sa Silent Sanctuary. I could actually agree with you in some sense, pero for me, they've done it a long time, or longer time actually, than Ben and Ben. And parang po sa akin, when Ben and Ben came out, I just thought of, wow, this sounded like actually not sounded like Silent Sanctuary, but their vibe, they gave me a vibe like Silent Sanctuary used to give me with their songs, 'di ba? Sa kanilang songwriting, sa kanilang musicality, they actually were a bit similar, 'di ba? Although mas marami pong instruments ginagamit ng Ben and Ben, but for me, uh, Silent Sanctuary was Ben and Ben before Ben and Ben was there, right? So that's a really great praise that I have for Silent Sanctuary and some of their songs. Uh, sabi ito sa aming batch talaga. This is cemented as one of the most sang songs in the history of Battle of the Bands dito sa aming lugar, Ikaw Lamang. So that's really a go-to song also sa mga uh, video kehan dito sa amin, karaoke, right? So Ikaw Lamang, that's really like if you're from the early 2000s or the 2010s, and if you don't know Ikaw Lamang, I don't know where you're living at. Kapag nandito ka sa Pilipinas, you have heard this song more than 10 times or 100 times maybe, for sure, alright? And also they have like Hiling, Kung Hindi Man, a lot of those songs that are really mellow, that will give you a feeling of sadness inside. Even though you're really happy, you'll feel sad upon hearing their song. So Silent Sanctuary is my second most favorite band of all time. Okay, and last but not the least, this is no question, for everyone who knows me and is close to me knows that my favorite band of all time is really Bamboo, right? So although I haven't had the chance to see the whole band perform as a whole, I did have a chance last 2018 to see Bamboo. Si Bamboo po yung vocalist nila, to perform live. I did have a chance to see him perform live here in our place. Alright, so his vocals are as good as it is recorded and performing live. So grabe po talaga ang isang Bamboo manyalak. Alright, so adding these good to amazing band members beside him really makes a great band. So ito talaga ang like pinaka-peg ko po na boses. That's one of the reasons kung bakit nahilig po ako sa music, is because of Bamboo and his voice, his delivery of songs, and I really enjoy his performance as well, live, or even when he's recording things. You can really feel his performance level, voice, even in recording. So that's why I really admire Bamboo, right? They're my most favorite songs that they have still are not really those typical songs that you would listen to a lot from a band, the most popular ones. I tend to go with more to the less popular ones, the songs that are not heard as much, but I really like Much Has Been Said. Again, that's one of my go-to songs sa gitara at sa karaoke. Also Far Away, I really like that song as well. And Muli, the more mellow songs that Bamboo have. And of course, that wraps up our top 10 most favorite OPM bands of all time. So if you like this video, if you disagree or agree to some of my picks, and if you think I've left off someone else, please comment down below, and please like this video and subscribe, share it to your friends, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.